Hey my lovelies, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to give you some of my top Netflix recommendations, but this is going to be for wholesome or girly kind of movies, right? So it isn't really going to be action and stuff. I'm going to do a separate video for that if there's any that you want to watch with like your husband or boyfriend or something like that, or just for a bit more of like excitement, action kind of vibes. But for this, I'm doing a wholesome slash girly movies. You know when you just want a feel-good movie or TV show? These are the ones that I'm going to recommend you. I love the feel-good vibes. I love coming away from a movie thinking, oh, wasn't that just amazing to watch? There's a reason why Hallmark is so popular, and it's for that reason. Everybody loves the happiness and joy that they get out of watching them. So I thought I would share some of my favorites from Netflix. You may have seen them, you may have not, but here we go. So I absolutely have to start off with Sweet Magnolias. Sweet Magnolias is one of my all-time favorite shows in general. I remember seeing it on my previews and thinking, oh, this is gonna be good. So it's basically about these three women, Maddie, Helen, and Dana Sue. And they've been best friends for years and years. And I just love that, first of all, that they have been best friends for such a long time and they've continuously poured effort into their relationships and they're still such close friends. Like that already for me is such a huge plus. I love watching that. And basically, they have Saturday night margarita nights where they pour it out. They talk about what's happening in their lives. And basically, Helen and Dana Sue really want to start a spa together, start a business together. And also, they have kids as well, and you kind of see into their kids' lives and Maddie falling in love and just these beautiful bits. And obviously, it also kind of keeps you on your toes with things that happen. And I don't know, it's actually just really wholesome and really amazing. But the ending of this season, I was like, no, I need to see season 2 like today. So it is really great. I absolutely love it, and I highly recommend Sweet Magnolias if you just want a good pick-me-up kind of show. Next, I'm going to go for Virgin River. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I remember having watched it after I'd watched Sweet Magnolias, and I was absolutely obsessed with Sweet Magnolias. So when I put on Virgin River, I was kind of like, already like, I'm not sure if it'll quite measure up to Sweet Magnolias. My mom and one of my best friends, Chantal, was like, no, it's actually really good. What I do like about this show is that they really keep you on your toes. They never really tell you the full story. You're always like, well, what happened there? What's the backstory on that? And why did that happen? The scenery is absolutely incredible. All in all, I'm very ready for season 2. I keep like going on Netflix like, season 2, are you here yet? Like, please come soon. Okay, next, this is a movie, and I've got to go for it, girls. You've probably all seen it, but The Kissing Booth. Oh my gosh, I am so ready for number 3. Is it just me? I'm just like, I remember during quarantine, I was just kind of struggling with a few things, and I remember putting it on. And I watched it like several times over that weekend because it was just such a feel-good movie. So I probably won't go on way too much about The Kissing Booth because the majority of you have probably seen it, but in case you haven't, it's a really good girly movie. I remember not being 100% satisfied with the ending, but it's because they have a sequel, so we're all good. And now I'm very ready for Kissing Booth number 3. So put that on your list, girls. You're gonna love it. Okay, next, it is a Hallmark movie. I love Hallmark movies. I know they can be a little bit cheesy, but I don't really care. I love cheesy. I'm like, give me cheesy. This is great. So I'm gonna go with Harvest Moon. This is perfect for autumn. I loved watching it, and there was this one bit where she came up with this like pumpkin cream, and honestly, I screenshotted it and was like, I am going to try to make this. So I'm really gonna have to try this pumpkin cream at home and just see how it is. Maybe I'll do it as a video next year and see what you guys think about it. But I loved it. It really puts you in the autumn spirit, and it's just a really sweet autumnal movie. So put it on the list. Next, I'm going to talk about Riptide. Riptide is with Debbie Ryan. It is really good. I remember watching it a couple of years ago. I really kind of want to rewatch it again. It's basically about this girl who her mom is consistently pushing her kind of in the spotlight. She is kind of craving for a way out. She needs a break. She doesn't know what to do. So she books a ticket to Australia. And I just really loved watching kind of her growth and watching her just develop in herself and find her passions and dreams, and it was just really beautiful and all around just awesome. Speaking of kind of Hallmarky type movies, I'm gonna go with Netflix's own Falling in Love. I thought it was another one of those like really Hallmark kind of cheesy style movies, but honestly it was so sweet. It was awesome just watching it. I love how Netflix have kind of taken it on themselves to kind of make those kind of feel good Hallmark movies, and it was just really sweet. It's basically about a girl who signs up to win an inn in Australia. I believe it's Australia, not New Zealand. Could be New Zealand. No, I think it's Australia. Anyways, so she signs up and then she finds out that she wins this inn. So she goes out, but it's kind of not exactly what was in the pictures. And it's really sweet. It's adorable. So again, it's got a really sweet ending. So it's a good one. The next one you may have already watched. This one I would say isn't really, I don't know if I should recommend this under wholesome. It is very girly, but I'll recommend it anyway, right? Because why not? So Jane the Virgin, you may have seen it. A lot of people probably have heard about it. It went on for 5 seasons, but in case you're looking for a new show to watch and never heard of it, here you go. I remember watching the first 5 to 6 episodes and not being, I really liked the humor and the characters, but there was just something about it that I was just kind of like, I'm not entirely sure about this. I don't know if I want to really jump into this. And then my friends told me that they had, they had watched it for ages and that a lot of people had said the same thing that I had said, but they said, stick it out, it gets incredible. So I watched over it again and I was like, oh, why didn't I like this as much before? This is really great. So I stuck with it and started going into season 2 and etc. And I was just so hooked. I feel like Jane and I can be kind of similar in some ways. She loves lists, she loves planning, and that is me. That's your girl. I also just love anything that's magical and romantic and lovely and girly and fun. So yes, I feel like I really identify with Jane in those kind of areas. And you're always just like, Michael, Raphael the entire time, and you're like, who's she gonna end up with? And the ending, I can assure you, is a really great ending. I really liked how the writers have wrapped it up, and it's definitely on one of my top favorite shows ever. But again, like I said, I wouldn't call it wholesome because there's a bit of like murder and stuff like that happens throughout the show, and so that's where I don't classify it as wholesome, but it is very girly and it is a good night's watch. Next, I'm going to recommend you, if you want to get into the holiday mood a little bit early. I say a little bit early. I don't know what early means to you. To my husband, this is very early. To me, I say a little bit early, so it's kind of depending on your mood. But if you want to get into the holiday mood a little bit early, in maybe late October, early November, then this is the one for you, because it's not like overly holiday mood, I would say. So it's called Holiday in the Wild. It's Netflix's own. It's about this woman and she's got a kid, and she ended up going through a divorce, and now she decided to go out to Africa, and it is just really beautiful. I love how they've made it, and there's a little bit of Christmas in there, but honestly, just the entire storyline. I love seeing the wild and love seeing Africa in the movie, and just the characters are really great. So put that one on the list. You could always leave it until a little bit later into November if you want to start feeling in the holiday mood a little bit later. Now finally, I'm going to end it with Chesapeake Shores. Chesapeake Shores is a TV show, and it's got Jesse Metcalfe in it, who you may know from John Tucker Must Die. So I already was like, oh, he's a great actor, really like that, and really loved the actress who played Abby as well. She's so beautiful, and I just loved the story, and it's basically about Abby, who has got 2 daughters, and she is going through a divorce, and she goes back home because she wants a change of scenery. And home, she has like 2 sisters, 2 brothers, and it's a really big family, and you kind of go into all the different characters' lives, and it's just really sweet. I'm definitely ready for the next season. I'm like, yes, please give me the next season. It's very Hallmarky, so a little bit of cheese in there, like I said, but it is really good for a feel-good TV show for you to get into. So that is about it for my kind of cozy night in feel-good, wholesome / girly movies and TV shows for you girls. I hope you enjoyed those. Let me know. What do you think about those? Have you watched them? Or if you watch them, let me know in the comments below what you end up thinking about them. Also, I would love to know what your favorite ones are that I have not put on here. So let me know down below if there's anything that I've missed that you would love for me to watch. So I hope you girls have an amazing, happy week ahead, and I'll chat to you soon. Bye!